need to learn how to de-stress in life more, right? Well, what about your retirement? Can you set yourself up for a more stress-free retirement? Joining us with tips and strategies to help us do just that, Gary Mattson and Laurel Stewart, the father-daughter team at Mattson Financial Services, a firm that's been helping people retire successfully right here in West Michigan for decades. You can also catch them on their popular radio show, Money Mentors. Gary, Laurel, the past few years, they've been stressful for all of us. So how is this affecting people who are at or near retirement?
You said it's been stressful for all of us?
Yes.
Not for me. It's actually been kind of fun. We always say the same thing as when I'm the happiest when the market's down 10% or more.
Okay.
Kind of think of it like a blue light special, you know, when things are going on. And the trouble is that most people don't take the opportunity or understand that the opportunity is there. If they're all in just stocks and bonds, they haven't got any alternative investments. They're sitting there saying, I can't do anything.
Stocks,
Advisor
bonds,
can't
or
do
cash.
it.
You know, those are your options.
And so those aren't the great options you want to have, and that's why we talk about diversified. So if we have a diversified plan, then we have options, and we have options. Downturn in market is favorable. We can do some things with that.
Yeah, spoken like a true financial planner.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, buy it on sale,
yeah.
correct?
We all know that's what we're supposed to do, but unfortunately so many advisors and investors don't do that. They get fear in there.
Well, and I think it's just natural human instinct. And so what can people do to assuage their fears when something like that happens? Because you just see those negatives. You see those negative returns. What do you do to make yourself feel better about this?
It really goes back to the conversation with your advisor. And if you don't have one, definitely getting somebody, you know, a trusted fiduciary who you can bounce ideas off of and talk to, because it's about the strategy, you know, that you're setting forth and the why behind it. It's not about us and the plan that we're putting forth. It's about this plan that is yours. And that's why they're also individualized. You know, does it make sense for you and your retirement and what's happening right now to buy more? And how does that work, you know? But it's important for us that we structure things that when the markets are up, we take that, you know, we harvest those gains, and then we have them in a position to where in tumultuous times like we're seeing, you're able to purchase at a discount and look at that opportunity in the future.
So you're thinking for people in retirement, there's still opportunities for them to buy, to invest, to take that money that they've spent so long earning and make it work for them.
Oh, so much so. In fact, there's other tools out there that we talk about that are still available today that when the markets are down and you're not getting a good interest rate or your bonds are going negative because they keep raising rates, there's opportunity across the spectrum out there. Some are guaranteed and some are very, very little risk. I mean, it's so little risk. You look at that, you've got probably a better chance to win the lottery than losing money. I mean, it is pared way down. And that's what we want to have in retirement, is that we don't want to be thinking up, am I going to be able to have to move tomorrow or moving my kids, all that? We want to have a plan in place that, number one, your income will never change. So that critical income you need every month is going to be there. Then planning for your lifestyle things, that's what's really fun, is when the markets are down, we're going to say, okay, you're not traveling as much as you wanted to in 2020 example. Well, we take those dollars and buy back in the market. So if you're buying in low and you're selling high, and if you did that every time the market did that, that's exactly what we do.
Absolutely.
We make that review for every single client in their portfolio of where they're at, what they need.
Yeah. And so for someone who, you know, you're also, I love this rule that you're trying to plan someone to have the lifestyle that they've had their whole lives, and things not to have their lifestyle change. Obviously, pandemic made us all change our lives. But why is it so important to speak to every client separately, because everybody's lifestyle is different, correct? Tell us how that works.
Well, that's just it. In their savings, you know, we have a lot of these middle-class millionaires, you know, that worked for Steelcase, for example. They did their time, they put in their 30 years, right? They're 55 now, and they say, I want to retire now. And then we've got people who have done, you know, the savings and things too, but they're in their 60s and they say, I don't want to retire.
Yeah.
I love what I do. Maybe I do consulting as well. So everybody, all of our clients are so individualized. You know, when people call and they say, well, what should I do with my Roth? Well, I don't, brand new from TV or radio, we can't give you that information or that recommendation yet because we don't know you yet. And so that's the fun part, is we get to know people and their families and what their goals are, their lifestyle, so we can help carve out this plan with them.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, so if we ask about their dreams, their goals, their desires, then sometimes we have to prod them a little bit. Well, I want to travel, or I want to go fishing. Well, does that fishing mean like on the pond next door? Or are we going out on Lake Michigan every weekend? You know, what depends what's going on. Another client moved to Florida. Fishes every day. He's got a beautiful boat down there. So it's really about defining what retirement is and making sure that those dollars are there. And as life changes, which it will, as life changes, the plan changes also. So it's not one set and forget it. It's an enhanced plan that not only gets you through today, but it takes away the fear. And fear is false evidence appearing real. So we say, okay, I'm scared the market's going to go down and it's never going to come back. Or I'm going to run out of money. Or I'm going to be sick and not have a way to take care of myself. I don't want my children to do that. These are all things we think about every day. So we put a plan in place for every piece of that, and knowing that you have an answer for it and you walk out the door, that gives you that peace of mind that you can go on tomorrow and not worry about what's going on today. It's a long-term plan.
Stress-free as possible, right?
Exactly.
That's what we want. Retirement, kick our feet up, relax, and then you guys get to do the heavy lifting for all of us, right?
Exactly that. We'll do the
stuff we enjoy.
calculations. Yeah.
The stuff you enjoy. I love it. And you guys have a very special offer going on. Tell us about that.
For the first 5 callers, if you've saved $500,000 or more for retirement, things in your employer plans, savings, stocks, all of those types of things, you can give us a call to schedule a complimentary meeting with one of our advisors. We'll dedicate a couple hours, like we've talked about, just to get to know them, start carving out what does retirement look like for them. And if they're already retired, maybe there's just a few tweaks to make.
There you go. Love it. It's such great advice. We all want to retire and we all want to be happy and do all of the fun things.
Yes.
So, all right, well, that's a great offer. And if you want to get in on it, you want a more stress-free retirement, please take advantage of this special offer from Mattson Financial. If you are retiring, or again, if you are already retired, Gary, Laurel, and the rest of that team, they will sit down with you, personally customize a retirement plan just for you. A comprehensive, enhanced plan. It includes a look at your investments, your income sources, taxes, so much more to help get you through retirement and get you that life that you deserve. Reserve one of those spots right now. That number is there on your screen, 616-514-3831. Again, 616-514-3831.